The other story that we were going to talk about with Green Bay was Edgerrin Cooper, who, as Ziggy pointed out, I mean, this was Ziggy's story. So Ziggy wanted to talk about this one. I'm not going to take too much of your thunder here.
Do we have the image?
We do have the image, but it's not on the computer.
Who's Edgerrin Cooper? I'm kidding.
We do have the image. But I actually, you know what, Ziggy, not to discredit your image, I couldn't tell anything from the picture you sent.
Paul, he's 20 pounds bigger.
He's 11 pounds heavier. But he's bigger. Yes, he's bigger. I personally, when I looked at that photo, did not go like, oh wow, that's a huge. Is that crazy?
Actually, let's pull it up. I haven't seen it.
It's Ziggy. Zach, can you find it, Zach? Zach can throw it up here. While Zach's pulling it up, it's in the email. It's on the show email. While Zach's pulling it up.
Actually, it's not in the show email. It's in your personal.
Oh, my personal. Well, that's okay. We have the personal one right there. If you go to inbox, Zach, it should be right there.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. If Edgerrin Cooper is 10, 15 pounds bigger, it's all muscle. He's still moving around as quickly. We've been sort of joking around about like an Edgerrin Cooper Pro Bowl or All Pro season coming in. But in all seriousness, I think that extra size and strength can make a big difference.
Well, and that's what LaFleur said. LaFleur's quote was, he's so much more confident. Certainly his body looks different. I don't know if you guys could tell, but he's like 240 pounds right now. The added weight, and he still looks like he's moving as good as he did a year ago. Zach's got the image. Zach, could you throw that? Could you save that and then throw it on the screen real quick? We don't need it to be in a mortise, but just so people can see what we're talking about
unit,
here.
My lord.
Well, Cooper.
No,
this is the thing though. Edgerrin Cooper last year closed the season out about as good as any linebacker in football. And I know that he, like, throughout the earlier portions of the year, he was rotating in. He had some injury concerns at times. But then when he got going, he won Rookie Defender of the Month, I believe it was, for December and January. We talked about him a lot on this show. He was a monster. And that's one of those guys now. We talked about on the last show, Jair Alexander, the trickle-down effect of having a really good player.
He looks way bigger. Every Packers fan is going to come in the comments and say, wow, I had no idea Edgerrin Cooper could be that big. I had no idea he could put on that much more muscle. If you actually, I know you don't follow the Packers very closely. I know you don't watch them very much. If you actually watch the Packers, you'll see the difference.
That could be
Shout out to Andy Herman for this picture, by the way.
That could be a fair statement. I mean,
good job, Zach, with the zoom ins here. Enhance that, please. Enhance.
He's got a nice butt.
So yes, there's the Edgerrin Cooper picture. Well, very well. You know, a round of applause for Zach.
Hold on. And you said the Packers don't usually give out contracts like past the age of 30.
I mean,
they're not a third contract team.
So I only have 4 years left.
Yeah. You're running out of time.
Got to make it happen soon.
But just to finish that point here, when I was saying how last episode Ziggy and I talked about Jair Alexander comes in, the trickle down effect that has for the defensive line, for everyone performing better as a unit. Edgerrin Cooper is someone that, with all the attention on cornerback and defensive line, he might wind up being the best player on this Packer defense. In fact, I think he will be by the end of the season. He had an All-Pro vote last year. We'll probably have a handful more this season. And when you get those stud linebackers, you see what they do for teams. And what we can't overlook his development, changing this Packer defense into one of the better ones in football as a potential game changer for them this season. So now that I can get off my knees with the Packers here, why don't we move over?
Jair Alexander's not at practice. That's surprising.
Our throats are a bit red here. Let's move on.
I like Edgerrin Cooper. I like Edgerrin Cooper.
Well, I mean, look, the alternative to this sort of news, you have the news coming out of the Bears training camp, right? Where it's like Caleb Williams, he's throwing picks all over the place. The Patriots, Drake May's really struggling. Like, people say it's practice. It's always good news. It's not always good news. There are plenty of times where guys walk in and stink.
Just sucks. I mean, it's just like, it's not surprising.
Isn't it funny though with the Bears how the excitement of the team and the excitement of the fans?
He's not that good.
Oh no, but wouldn't it be funny?
He would suck on any
Wouldn't
team.
it be funny if he just had a miserable offseason after this whole buildup of Ben Johnson's going to fix the team, we fix the offensive line. It would be such a Bears thing for Caleb to come out week one and just be horrible against the Vikings.
Stinks.
I saw a great title that it had to have been some Vikings guys trolling the Bears, where it just said, in relation to Caleb coming out and saying in that, or in the book, that he wanted to be a Viking, it said JJ McCarthy is living out Caleb Williams' dream of being the Vikings starting quarterback.
Well, if he ever plays.
If he plays, hopefully if he plays.